Every physiatrist dreams of owning a thriving practice. Few make it past the boring middle. You didn't spend more than a decade becoming a physician because you dreamed of endless committee meetings, shrinking reimbursements, prior authorizations, or watching someone else profit from your expertise. Yet, that's exactly where many physiatrists find themselves. Every year, talented physicians tell themselves, next year I'll start my own practice. Next year I'll build a consulting business. Next year I'll create ancillary revenue. Next year I'll stop relying on employers to determine my financial future. But something strange happens, not at the beginning, not at the end, right in the middle. Ironically, that's where most physician dreams quietly disappear. Not because the opportunity wasn't real, not because independent practice doesn't work, but because the middle is where excitement gives way to execution. And execution isn't glamorous. Here's the dangerous lie every physiatrist eventually believes. The beginning of building a practice is exhilarating. You register your LLC, design your logo, purchase your domain, picture yourself treating patients on your own terms. For the first time in years, hope replaces frustration. Then reality arrives. Credentialing takes months. Finding office space becomes complicated. Hiring staff is harder than expected. Marketing feels foreign. Billing questions multiply. Cash flow is slower than anticipated. Meanwhile, your employed colleagues continue collecting predictable paychecks while you're wondering if you made the right decision. This is where most physicians unknowingly fall into what I call the boring middle trap. They assume that because the journey has become difficult, they chose the wrong path. Nothing could be further from the truth. The boring middle isn't failure, it's proof you're building something that matters. Here's what separates physicians who eventually build thriving practices from those who spend decades wondering, what if? The successful ones understand something most people never learn. The middle feels almost identical, whether you're building something extraordinary or abandoning something average. Boredom isn't evidence you're failing, it's evidence you've moved beyond excitement and entered mastery. The physician who owns multiple clinics, the medical director with diversified income, the consultant speaking nationwide, the physician entrepreneur creating generational wealth, every one of them experienced long stretches where nothing felt exciting. They simply refused to mistake ordinary work for the wrong destination. Why does this matter more than ever for today's physiatrist? Healthcare is changing faster than most physicians realize. Reimbursements continue to tighten. Administrative burdens continue to rise. Demand for physiatrists continues to outpace supply. Burnout continues to grow. Meanwhile, the physicians building profitable businesses aren't waiting for healthcare to improve. They're adapting. They're creating systems instead of simply working harder. They're developing multiple revenue streams. They're building practices that serve patients while creating financial freedom for their families. The opportunity has never been greater, but neither has the temptation to quit during the uncomfortable middle. Healing begins when you stop looking for motivation. Many physicians believe they need more motivation. In reality, they need a better expectation. Expect the middle to feel repetitive. Expect progress to feel slow. Expect moments where newer opportunities seem more exciting. Those feelings don't mean you're failing, they mean you're building. Healing your relationship with business starts when you stop treating discomfort as danger. Hope grows when you understand that consistency compounds. Helping more patients becomes possible when your business is healthy enough to support your mission for decades, not just the next reimbursement cycle. The most profitable practice you'll ever build starts with one ordinary afternoon. Most practice owners don't succeed because they found a secret strategy. They succeed because they continued showing up on ordinary Tuesdays when nothing felt exciting. They made one more phone call, one more networking meeting, one more referral visit, one more marketing campaign, one more improvement to their systems. Eventually, those ordinary afternoons became extraordinary businesses. The same opportunity exists for you. The question isn't whether you'll experience the boring middle. You will. Every worthwhile endeavor has one. The real question is this: will you mistake it for the end of your story, or recognize it as the chapter where your future practice is quietly being built? Because somewhere another physiatrist is pushing through that same ordinary afternoon. 5 years from now, they'll own the practice you once dreamed about. The only difference won't be intelligence, it will be persistence. If you're ready to stop trading time for income and start building a profitable physiatry practice with confident systems and a proven roadmap, you're exactly where you need to be. You don't have to navigate the boring middle alone. I've spent more than a decade helping physicians understand what medical training never taught us: the business of medicine. Because your greatest opportunity isn't becoming a better employee, it's becoming the physician entrepreneur your future patients, your family, and your legacy deserve. The middle isn't where your dream dies, it's where your profitable practice is born.